hungry and kind of, I would say, a student to want to know more about the love of God, the God kind of love, and that He, you know, that's what's life-changing to us, understanding that. Peter said, grace and peace is multiplied through the knowledge of Him, knowing Him, you know. And so that's kind of a lifelong journey for us. That's what we're about. It's not pray a prayer and then work on your church attendance till Jesus comes. It's like entering into the process of really coming to know who Jesus is and what kind of love that He has. Paul wrote that in that, understanding, comprehending the width, the breadth, the height, and the depth of the love of God, in that you can be filled up with the fullness of God. You know, so we're just students of that. I want to know more about that. I want to grow in that and just be consumed with that and changed by that and just be that. Amen. And so I was thinking, I had the honor and privilege of preaching a funeral for a good friend this week. And, you know, a funeral, I always say it's a shame somebody has to die to have a funeral. Because you can watch people, you know, and people just get real for at least a day or two. You know, stuff that we act like bothers us really doesn't matter anymore, and we just get real, you know, and everything else gets set aside. Things that are important become important. Things that aren't important are no longer important. You know, it's just, and so I've just been in that mode all week, and so I just thinking about, you know, things you wished you'd have done, things you wished you would have said, things that are really important, and just thinking about that kind of stuff, you know. And I think about the love that God has for us is just it's undescribable, it's uncomprehendable, it's unexplainable. It's just it's something. And I'm thinking about God loves in such an incredible way. It's like Jesus tries to even explain it with words, and it's like, you know, we hear Him talk about things like, well, there was a shepherd and he lost one sheep. And he leaves the 99 to go and find the one. Well, that's irrational. That's reckless. Who does that, you know? But He's saying, look, this Father loves you in a way that He will be irrational. He will live reckless in order to find you and to love you and to live life with you and to rescue you. Yeah, that's irrational. It doesn't make sense, does it? But it's just what He's saying. It's like, I want to love you. I know He's God. I know He knows the past. He knows the present. He knows the future. He's above time. He's not even hindered by time. He invented time. He was before time. And so time is not. So wrap your mind around that if you can try. I don't know. I gave up. And so I think God loves us. I usually make it personal. Loves me. You have to make it personal for you. He loves us in the present tense, like that reckless now. Not like, well, tomorrow He's thinking then. No. He's loving with the most intense, reckless, irrational, unexplainable, undescribable, doesn't make a lick of sense kind of love right this minute, right now. It's like loving like there is no tomorrow. Think about that. Loving, He's loving right now. Like this is the last day.
That's right.
He's present tense God. Present tense God. See, girl. It's like over and over and throughout this whole book. He said, even when Moses showed up and God tells Moses, go down yonder and tell Pharaoh, let my people go and all this. Remember that? And then Moses says, well, who should I say sent me? Because this is irrational. This doesn't make a lick of sense. You said, who am I going to tell them? This Pharaoh, that's maybe the most high man in the whole world at the time, and you want me to go down. Who am I going to tell him sent me? God says, I am that I am.
Yeah,
I am.
that's
Not
right.
I was or I'm going to be one day. I am. That's present tense. Even Jesus, whenever they come to arrest Him in the garden, you know, they said, we're looking for... Jesus said, I am He. Knock them down. No, I am. I see places like where Jesus was going to raise Lazarus from the dead. Remember that? And Mary and Martha, everybody's distraught. Jesus 4 days late, right? Martha runs out there to meet Him, and Martha says, Lord, Lord, if you'd been here, my brother, he wouldn't have died. See what she did? Past tense. If you would have been here, if you would have been here, bringing him back to a few days ago, if you'd have been here then, my brother wouldn't have died. Jesus said, for him who believes, you know. So she says, well, said, yeah, whoever believes, even though he died, she'll live again. Well, I can't quote it all word for word, but you know the story. And then she says, well, I know he'll be resurrected in the last day. Well, first she jerked him over here in the past, then she jerked him over here in the future. And Jesus said, Martha, Martha, I am the resurrection. Right now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. Yeah, he's in those places too. But I'm telling you, it's a present tense thing. Like, he's loving with the most intense, he's laying it all on the line. Right now, right here, like there is no tomorrow. In his mind, he's treating us and loving us right in here tonight like there is no tomorrow. Think about that. Think about that. He ain't waiting on you to straighten up to bless you. That's why you can read all through this book about this kind of love. In Corinthians, all these places said it's not self-seeking. It doesn't take into account a wrong suffered. You know why? He don't have time for that. He said, these offenses are not going on your account or on your record. Because he's present tense. And he's loving us like tomorrow doesn't even come. He's saying, I'm laying it all on the line right now. Can you imagine? What if we could live life? What if we could live right here tonight? What if this was our last service in here together? What if this was our last? What if tomorrow doesn't come? Now I know I got faith I'm going to live 120, but everybody around me might not. I still want to live like that. Well, what if there was no tomorrow? What if this was it tonight? Would it matter who got elected? No. Mm-hmm. Huh? Would it matter where you ate? Would it matter if the waitress spilled a drink in your lap? All the stuff that we hold on to, what if tonight was it? About the people around you. Would it matter where we were? Would it matter really what we were doing? What would matter? Love would matter.
Right. That's all. That's right.
Love would matter. All of this stuff would matter. That's why Jesus talked so much about, hey, forgive them. Just forgive them. Because let's live like tomorrow doesn't even come.
Amen.
Peter said one time, I think, yeah, I'll forgive the Lord. You think, well, maybe 7 times? Jesus said, try 70 times 7. Even other times, he said, hey, you got guys, you come to the altar and you give him your sacrifice, all that. If you come into my remembrance, you had all with your brother, hey, it's urgent. Leave it right there and come back. Go get things right. That's why. It's not worth it. It doesn't matter. Let's love. Let's love like there is no tomorrow.
That's right. Amen.
I'm telling you, it's the way he's loving us. I'm not telling you to go do that and perform that. You can't. You just let him love us, and we understand that in that way, that that's the love being put into us. And when that's the love put into us, that's the love we understand. It's automatically the kind of love that comes out of us. You're just loving with the kind of love that you're receiving, that's all. If there's something wrong with what you're putting out, it's because there's something wrong with what you believe about what you're receiving. It's not rocket science. See, we used to be religious. We thought God had a big stick and He was blessing us based on our performance in our Sunday school record. Well, if I believe that's the kind of love that I'm receiving and it's based on conditions, guess what I'm going to expect out of you? I'm just telling you this. We're going to have baptism. I ain't going to bother you very long. I just had that on my mind. I say this. Let's love like there's no tomorrow. Let's live like there's no tomorrow.
That's right.
I learned this. On hard days, You'll stress out and worry yourself and drive yourself crazy and lose your mind over worrying about tomorrow. I've been there. And I figured out this, that His promise for me is to get me through today. And tomorrow, you know what the promise will be tomorrow? Get me through today. And then the next day, you know what His promise will be today? Get me through today.
Amen. Day
Get
by
me
day.
through today. Get me through today. It's present tense, I'm telling you. And He's loving us like tomorrow doesn't come. Right now. That's why I know for a fact that it's His will for us to be healed right now. It's His will for us to be blessed right now. It's His will for us to be happy and full of joy and in victory in life right now.
Yes. Amen.
So anyway, here's what we're going to do. They're going to sing. And we're going to have baptism. I know at least one. If you want to be baptized, come on. I mean, what if tomorrow didn't come? Would it matter if you drove home in wet clothes? We got towels. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about it. What if tomorrow night doesn't come? What would you do tonight? Really, I want you to think about it. While they're going to sing, we're going to baptize. While I'm getting ready, hey, you got loved ones around you, been grumbling at them today or whatever. That don't matter. Love them. Forgive them. Hey, I don't care if you got to get on the phone and call somebody, call them. Tell them. Forgive them if they need forgiving. Love them. Tell them. Because I'm going to tell you, my buddy was buried yesterday. I won't get to tell him. I'll get to tell him again one day. Well, anyway, these guys are going to play. While I'm getting that stuff ready, love each other. Love them people around you. Hey, what would you do if this was your last night? Whatever that be, do that, all right?
That's right.
Love y'all.
Amen.
You shouldn't do anything different. You shouldn't do anything different.
Y'all get baptized, just come on.
Here, you want to